Hi, I'm Scott Garrigan, your professor for our course Overview of Teaching and Learning. And this is you, our class. We have a great class with a broad variety of backgrounds. That's what I like. And in no particular order, from your introductions. Denise works in the College of Education. She's kind of the director of technology for that, if you will. She may be your best friend while you're at the College of Ed. Great person, get to know her. Lisa also works in the College of Ed. She's taught from the community college and through the third grade level. And she's interested in how to better interest students. Kate is a third grade teacher now. She's in a school that does a loop teaching. In other words, she's had the same kids from first grade and she'll have them up through fifth grade. Why? Brain reasons for that. That's what our course, among other things, will focus on. We have many students who are involved in the College of Business or who have business or marketing interests. Mary has business and education interests in developing materials for learning. And she's interested in schools that don't focus on teaching, but focus on learning. Kathy is also interested in business, and she has a broad background in many different fields. Sarah Rodzowick, I'm sure I have that pronounced incorrectly, is currently a fifth grade teacher. That's how I started in education. It's a great grade. She's interested in helping kids take better ownership of their learning and making school a place of discovery. Mark is interested in exploring the effects of family and community. Our textbook is heavy into that. Xiang Yu is a student from Beijing, China, and she's interested in the effects of practice and process in improving education through the brain. Nate is strongly interested in motivation, particularly for adult learners. Sarah Barnett, as a web manager, she's interested in how to engage learners and customers. Julian may be interested in a PhD. He has a background in psych and technology, a powerful background. That sounds like machine learning and artificial intelligence to me. Max is very interested in the roles of the unconscious and the emotion. That will also be a focus of our course. Monica is interested in business and marketing. She wants to know how to create engaging and effective materials. And Stacy works out of Lehigh's international office. Stacy, I think we met somewhere or other, I'm not sure how. But she's interested in learning as we age. So great class, get to know each other. Our course has a lame title, Overview of Teaching and Learning. What does that mean? It should better be titled something like Building Educational Knowledge from the Brain on Up. In other words, from first principles, we learn through our brain. If you don't know about the brain, you may not know best how learning takes place. Once you know about how the brain affects learning, then you can figure out how teaching can best foster learning. And once you have that figured out, you can best determine how to organize schools. So this is kind of a scientific approach. I hope you like it. We have a really scientific and an awesome textbook. There's no other textbook like this produced in 2018. It replaces Volume 1, which I used to use. That's about 20 years old now, so this is much more up to date. It focuses not just on learners, but on the context of learning and the culture of learning, two critical things which we'll learn lots about. The best thing about it is that it's created by a committee of academics in education and neuroscience. The worst thing about it is that it's created by a committee of academics. So you'll find that sort of the storyline and characters are a little lame, but the content is awesome. I don't advise that you read it from start to end unless you're an insomniac. I'll be telling you exactly what parts I think that you'll benefit from reading and you'll be required to read for various courses. And CourseSite will explain that in detail. How our course will work, again, the assignments in detail will be found in CourseSite. We'll Zoom live every 2 weeks. We'll start at 7:15. That's when our course is officially supposed to start. That works for everybody, so that's when we'll start. About 90 minutes a session. That'll be mostly live discussion. No 90-minute lectures. Your participation is critical. I expect you each to participate at least twice per session, at least twice per session. We'll have two major course projects. I'll detail those in our live session next week. Don't worry about that at all this week. A little bit about me. I started my career, I've had a career about 50 years in education. Starting as a K-12 teacher, then technology administrator, a professor for decades. I was an early online explorer. I think I'm the Lehigh professor who taught the very first online class over the internet, 1997. Kind of an international educator, a lot in the Middle East, a little in China. I've had a strong interest in the brain and learning, literally for over 50 years. I've been a developer of lots of online courses, and I have a particular specialty in technologies. That won't be the focus of our course, but it'll be tangential. So that's the little intro to our course. I hope you get a lot out of the activities scheduled for our first week. Make sure you complete all of those activities by the beginning of class. Expect me to call on you for any of the items that I emphasize in course site. See you next week.